Fellas, this is a content creator by the name of Stacy Stack who's released a video called The Problem with the MGTOW Community. Now, as you guys know, I am not one to give myself to any ideology, but at the same time, if there was one that had my utmost respect, then I march right alongside you, brothers. It is the MGTOW community. It's been going their own way. And so we're going to do on this channel what we always do. We're going to objectify her and then send her on her own way. First and foremost, you see all the weave, not really into it. She has nice eyes, and I like to see what that mouth do, but that's probably about it. Like, not even pumps really, because she seems like she's caked up under makeup, and there might be a lot going on the acne front. But either ways, it's a 24-minute video. I'm not going to cover the entire thing because seriously, there's a reason we went our own way. But let's hear what she has to say. Let's check out a couple of her grievances and get into it. Let's go.
Hi everybody, how are you? Welcome to my channel. So this is actually my first video ever on YouTube, so I'm a little nervous. So please be—
Wow, so you picked the wrong topic to decide you want to come on YouTube and start running your mouth about her like to dislike ratio is disabled. And I went and checked out some of the comments, and as per usual, a whole bunch of guys getting at it in the comments, but she still has the comments up, so respect on that end.
That's in the comments. But my name is Stassi. Nice to meet you. I'm 22 years old.
Okay, guys, if you go to my first video, that's the thing about my videos. I do not take all this time to get into what, let's just skip ahead. I don't take a lot of time to get into whatever the hell I want to talk about. I just start running my mouth. Okay, so we're like a minute in. We give her a whole another 30 seconds. Let's go.
This community on YouTube, I think it's just the feminist people in general. So I think, because historically, not even historically, like, even just throughout the years, I feel like feminism has become, like, ridiculous. Like, at first it was great. It was good for women. And then as time went on, like, they were just fighting for really pointless stuff. But I think because it's so extreme now, there's such extreme feminism, I think now the response—
I think now she watched a couple of videos and she's kind of just parroting whatever it is that she heard on other videos. And, now she's in the ring, so get to it.
That is the MGTOW community. So basically,
MGTOW.
As I was researching through some, I think the main argument was that, what was it? The main arguments they were making is that men did not want to be used by women anymore. They don't want to date gold diggers, whatever.
And just like that, you could tell she doesn't really give a shit about what she's talking about. Just like whatever, they don't want to date gold diggers. Like, you can tell she doesn't understand what the hell she's talking about, and it's very evident. She, like, my goodness.
They said, look up the numbers with in divorce court, like family divorce court, where the woman gets 80 to 100% of all assets and alimony, child support, blah blah blah, all of that. So
blah blah blah, all y'all see it, right? Like, am I missing it? Like, she yo, this is broad. Like, by all means, I'm still waiting for her to get into what's actually the problem, because she hasn't said anything wrong. The deal is that her attitude in it, her cavalier, blah blah blah, whatever about it, is where, like, you can tell she doesn't really give a shit about anything she's talking about.
I think they're right. I think they have made some really good points, but I also think I also feel like there's like a huge chunk missing that that this community is like. If you go through like some comments on the videos on YouTube, it's crazy. Like,
okay, see, that's a weird thing, because like I tend to do that throughout my videos, particularly when it comes to like the AIU stuff, and like I like to add a bit of perspective. What the fuck are you adding, lady?
These men are saying like women hit the wall after they hit 30 years old, like
or 3 kids. It depends. I mean, shoot, some will even argue the first kid. Like, yo, as soon as you have a baby, yo, pack it up, man. Get off of these streets. Ain't nothing here for you, man. That's the thing. That's like one of the main messages that I hope, at least subconsciously, gets through to women. Is like, yo, once you have that first kid, get out the game. All right, just go get married and be with whoever it is that put a baby in you. Cause trust me, nothing's better out here in these streets for you, regardless of what feminism's taught you. But let's continue. She does have nice teeth. I will give her a compliment.
Like no man will want a woman that's over 30 or over 40 years old. They'll go for young.
Can't reproduce with them, or the likelihood of reproducing with them and the child having some sincere problems is legitimate. But you see how, cavalier and I think you're completely just missing the point. Let me tell you something, sweetheart. Without that family, that the tie of children at a biological level, okay? I know what we all think at a conscious level, but I'm speaking of the subconscious. Without that tie and link of a family there with a young lady, with a lady who's young enough to actually provide a family for you, there's literally no point to a relationship. Like if you want to be 100, unless you can help me create a family, then what the fuck is the point of even dealing with you? And after 30, particularly 35, 40-year-old ranges, bruh, like it's nothing. It's nothing out here in these streets for you.
They don't want to pay to court women anymore. They just want to have sex with them and just ghost them or whatever, or just use them for sex and money and whatever, which I think is really sad.
Of course you do, because vagina. We do not have the same brain, as you can tell through how ditzily. I'm not sure that's a word, but either way, ditzily she goes through all the points that she aims to make here. This girl she is thinking. What we are watching is the feminine brain in motion right now, and I think this is a pretty magnificent thing to encounter.
I think it's also some of it is also in response to the level up femininity, dating up community on YouTube, which is kind of blown up.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of dumb broads telling other dumb broads what they think they want to hear, instead of being honest with them. Because guess what, lady? You don't like the truth. You hate the truth. I don't know how old she is, but be due to her defensiveness at the age portion of it, yeah, she has to be in her 30s. She has to be. Because, like, otherwise, she wouldn't be compelled to make this video not really knowing what she's talking about. Let's keep going.
But I think, like, the femininity level up community, like, they're, like, to one extreme. And now I feel like the MGTOW community is, like, responding by also going, like, really.
And this is how you know she don't know what she's talking about, because this isn't a response to that level up community. What it is a response to literally generations of divorce courts, the Luth models, and tons of other, particularly through legislation and policy, really the men catching the short end of the stick. In regards to in regards to the family unit, men have been labeled as monsters, and thusly the woman tends to more often than not get her way. It has nothing to do with the level up community on YouTube. What the hell are you even talking about? Like we said, this is like the birds gonna squawk, right? So we let them squawk all over whatever the hell they want. It's the policies, it's the legislation that's the true driving force of this, because it's all those policies and legislation that is given license to women to be as careless with their families and with their bodies as possible.
Extreme. So I feel like there's some balance, guys. Like, there needs to be a balance, okay?
But it always has to be in my favor as I draw back my weave, because I am as fake as they come. I mean, my goodness, guys.
Because, like, historically and biologically, like, men are supposed to provide for their families,
We know that, and we've been screwed out of that, broad. Like, that's the part, that's really where it can't sink in for them. I promise you, we at a biological, at a subconscious level, we are very well aware of it. Problem is that the The deck's been stacked against the man who actually wants to go and do the right thing and wants to be the good guy. Everything's in favor of the wrong. That's what, and she's right. There does need to be a balance. Unfortunately, the balance has gone in the direction of chaos and femininity for way too long.
And it's supposed to nurture and care for the family and stuff. And I think
y'all throw the family away happily because you're not happy. Oh my goodness, he didn't get me a card for Valentine's Day, so I'm just gonna divorce him. That's literally that's how quick it happens. I've seen it way too many times to not be concerned, not just for myself, but for my brothers who have gotten married.
I think the feminist movement came at a good time, because when men have all the power, sometimes they can get abusive. They can abuse your power. They can.
Okay, so here's the deal. How about you just stop saying when men, what an individual does not reflect upon the entire community? Can we at least come to that type of conclusion that what an individual does? Yeah, people gonna abuse power, but guess who? Power is one of those things. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, right? So, and women have clearly abused their powers. I'm in Jersey, guys, where every week there is a new female teacher that was banging students with an S. Nah, miss me with that shit. Power it's universal. It doesn't matter what's between your damn legs. If you get an iota of power, you're likely to abuse it. And there's a very specific reason that even women don't like working for other women. Why? Because you guys tend to wild out with your power a little bit more, as we see in the backlash that's come from all of the feminism that's taken place over the past 30, 40 years. Let's keep going.
Financially abuse you, physically abuse you.
Shut up. Though none of that really matters. That's some grievance study bullshit. Abuse is abuse, and it's physical abuse. If you are not getting the shit smacked out of you, that's one thing. If you find yourself in a relationship where he's not allowing you to be the you that you want to be, guess what? Those signs were there before you fully committed yourself to that man. So once you get to that point, and you don't get to act like a surprise. Don't give me the babe in the woods routine, darling.
Emotionally abuse you, and women had to deal with it. And after the feminists,
because she made a commitment. She decided to tie herself down to this person for the rest of her life under the eyes of God and the state. And now what we've done is we've allowed women to be able to remove themselves from that commitment. Consequence, and not even consequence free. There's more of a financial benefit for women removing themselves from that commitment. That's where things went nuts.
Movement came, I feel like a lot of that was good. A lot of that was so women could work, they can make their own money, which I'm very grateful for. I think that aspect of feminism was really good.
Okay, I'm done with the because she's kind of getting on my nerves now. She's like she makes it's all the talking points. It's all the gender studies, grievance studies bullshit that we've heard a million times before. Only reason, like I said, to do this video is I know it'll get a couple views, as well as like, yo, she's not hard on the eyes by any stretch of the imagination, but I know that there's some acne going on underneath that makeup. If you don't believe me, look to her forehead to the left. All right, so guys, with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you like to toss it, like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share it, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and BitChute like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know. What do you guys think in the comments? It's like, this is, once again, she'll sit here and say what's the big problem with the MGTOW community, but in and of itself not understand what the fuck she's talking about. And it's clear that she doesn't know what she's talking about. She's just rattling off things she's heard probably from that quote unquote level up community that who gives a shit what these birds squawk about, right? So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and until the next one.